Hi, I'm Anna. Let's learn together about animal conflict. Animal conflict, aggression, Bio 661. Animal behavior. So, what is the definition of aggression? So, predator behavior in which the animal that is attacked is eaten in process. Moyer, 1976. Behavior that appear to be intended to inflict nauseous or harmful destruction to others. Lawrence, 1996. Fighting instinct in animal in which is directed against members of the same family. So, agonistic behavior. Agonistic behavior is a system of behavior patterns which, with the common function adjustment to situation of conflict among non-specifics. Okay, there are several types of conflict behavior, which are territorial, dominance, sexual, parental, parent-offspring, predatory, and anti-predatory. Territorial is exclusion of others from some physical space. Dominance is control of behavior towards conspecific resulted from previous encounter. Sexual is the use to threat physical punishment by means to obtain or retain mates. By parental is attack intruders when they are young present. Parent-offspring is a disciplined action towards their offspring. Predatory is a predation and cannibalism, while anti-predatory is defensive attack by prey towards predator. Next are competition of resources. Several of them are food, water, space, and mates. Examples are sea animals. If polyps of different genetic strains come into contact, they retract their feeding tentacles and produce an inflamed acrohagi, which known as tentacles with nematocyte that contain poison, which then resulted to death on one that did not retreat. Next is conflict about physical space. Animals have four physical space, which are territory, home ranger, core area, and individual space. So territory is occupied exclusively by animal or group and defended by overt aggression or advertisement. Defense of space or resources against conspecific accounts for more of agonistic behavior. Home ranger are used by animals or group known restricted part of available habitat, and animals learn where resources are within the home range, while core area are areas that mostly used in the home range or nest or sleeping area or near to the water resources and food, and individual space are minimum distance an individual keeps between itself and its conspecific. In the competition conflicts, animals have two forms of competition. Two of them are exploitation and interference. Exploitation, an idea of free distribution, are organisms passively use up resources, while interference and competition and resources defense are organisms interact to reduce one another access to resources. So exploitation, ideal as it assume that animals have accurate and complex information about the distribution of resources, and is also free since individuals are passive towards each other and free to go wherever they can exploit most resources, while interference is individuals are not passive, establish territories, defend resources, dominate and control the access of resources. For example is Parus major, which is a bird. It's less aggressive at younger individuals, so they were excluded from the best habitat and breed in a less suitable habitat. Okay, let's learn about the factors for size of territory of home range. So, the factor is based on the size of animal resources that have been defended. In small mammals and insects eating birds, their home range is large, including the food supply itself, courtship, and nesting, a function of animal weight and metabolic rate. Relationship between home range or territory size and body weight show that most vertebrate defend is their food resources and energy resources. Okay, how can we know that animal demonstration of territoriality? So first, we must show that individuals, mated, pair or group has exclusive use of some space. Other than that, we should document their defenses on space or area. So example of territorial animals such as bird, which I mentioned before, Parus major, and this amphibian is Salamander, Phyllodon, Cinereus. Okay, so what is the fitness cost of territoriality? So it can decrease survivorship associated with the lower feeding rate, increased chance of injury from fighting, increased predation due to dispute, and decreased productivity output, which that is time that energy available for parental care. Okay, now let's learn about when should animal become territorial or establish a territory. Okay, when it depends on economic dependability, when cost of energy expenditure, risk of injury exceed the benefit, and next is access to resources such as food and meats. Here is territorial model, Carpenter and Macmillan, 1976. The way to compare the cost and benefit of holding territory. So animals need to assess either its cost or benefit, and they need to research. These two researchers study a nectar feeding bird of Hawaiian honey creepers, Vertiari coccinea, in non-breeding season and constructed a model to predict when territory should occur or should not. So this Carpenter and Macmillan studied about this bird, either they need to form territory or not. When one animal controls the behavior of other animals, we call it as dominance. There was 4 dominance hierarchy. First hierarchy, second hierarchy, third hierarchy, and fourth hierarchy. So the first hierarchy, despite takeover and all other are subordinates. Second hierarchy, a linear hierarchy, examples such as crayfish, chicken, and monkeys. Third hierarchy is triangular, intransitive relationship, tend to be temporary and relatively uncommon. Fourth hierarchy, in non-human primate, third parties may interfere, sometimes supporting an aggressor and sometimes the recipients of aggression. Okay, the costs and benefits of dominance are well-fed and healthy, mostly the group of birds and mammals. Subordinated may be malnourished or diseased, thus suffer high mortality. Low-ranking individuals have high level of adrenal cortical, prepare the animal for fight or flight response. Selective benefits of high rank when food less, high benefit productivity means success, resources are highly available. Okay, reconciliation, infanticide, cannibalism, and siblicide. So reconciliation is a special reassuring and appeasing behavior. Infanticide involves the killing of young offspring, the infant by parents or that of same species. Cannibalism is the killing and eating co-species. Siblicide is killing younger or smaller siblings. Last but not least is the factors of aggression. They have 2 factors, which is internal and external. So the internal factors is hormone, neural mechanism, and genetics, while external is learning and experience, pain and frustration, social factors, sex and hunger. Okay, that's all about animal conflict. Thank you. Bye-bye.